Come heck or high water. It's the morning app on 90.5 WASU. Hi, it's Peter. Hello.
Hello, I'm Marianna.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Emma Roll.
Anything that could go wrong went wrong for me today. So my car had trouble coming here. Ben broke the microphone yesterday. He didn't break the microphone yesterday. He just he called me. I woke up from a nap to a call from Ben Cole, and he goes like, the microphone, this one that I'm putting my hand towards if you're watching the video, the microphone just like fell out of its socket. What do I do? And I'm like, I don't know.
No.
I was like,
Throwing me under the bus.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, really no, I was literally trying to wipe it down, and clean like the black handle thing, and then like the entire thing came detached from the arm.
To be fair though, that microphone specifically has always been a little bit janky.
Yeah.
No.
We're gonna fight later. Not me and Ben, the microphone and I.
But I was telling Peter, yeah, that was like the longest arm workout I'd had in years. I was holding the mic up so it wouldn't just dangle there for like 20 minutes before Emily Mason came.
I told him, honestly, I literally was like, just leave it. Just as long as no one else touches it, I don't really care, but shows how careful I am with things.
But yeah, your car? What
I mean, it just wouldn't start. I was like, why aren't you starting? Start, and I don't know. I gave it like 2 minutes to cool down, and it started, but I was like, I'm already running late.
Morning shenanigans.
Is like a problem you still have to deal with later.
Probably not, to be honest. Sometimes, like, my car, I love him. He will do the dumbest things and then fix itself. I remember, like, my brakes were squeaking for a while. Now they're not squeaking anymore, and I didn't do anything to them. So I was just like, okay. My tire pressure light, I'm one of those cars that has, if your tire pressure light comes on, like, randomly sometimes, it has to do with temperature changes, I've learned. My car does that all the time.
Literally right now, it's like the trifecta. This is just me too. I like never have gas, but I always have like my gas light on, and then right now my low tire pressure light on, and my check engine light is on, because the thing that measures the engine coolant does the same thing as the tire pressure, and it like misreads it, so it always says like my engine coolant's low, and it's like check engine, but it's fine. So I just have like a bunch of warning signs all the time.
What Ben's saying is he likes to live life on the edge.
Living like Larry.
Living like Larry, and he's far cooler than all of us apparently. But so today, let's get into the main topic, the main meat and potatoes. I wanted to talk about. Well, this is actually Mary's idea at the end of last show, and I thought it was a good thing. Talking about like old childhood movies, particularly the ones that were like network original movies. That was like something I really like talking about because I have thoughts as well. Like High School Musical was like a big one. Or what was the one that you really want to talk about?
Teen Beach Movie.
Not Teen Beach Movie.
I have gone on hour-long rants about Teen Beach Movie.
You're probably the only person to go on hour-long rants about Teen Beach Movie.
What do you have to say about Teen Beach Movie?
Please, enlighten us.
Well, mostly I could just rant about the entire plot, how much I kind of hate the characters, but also love the characters. Also, comparing it to the sequel. I love comparing it to the sequel. Okay, I'm about to go into rant mode.
Get into it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The premise of Teen Beach Movie is basically two people like get sucked into a movie, right? And they have to experience interacting with the characters and trying to get back home. Except the movie takes place in like, I think the 60s, kind of.
Okay.
60s, yeah. And the premise of the second movie is kind of the opposite. Like two characters from the movie come into the real world, which is kind of a hard premise to pull off well. You see movies where it's like, oh, people like come to the modern world and they experience like technology and like, you know, experiencing it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But basically, the entire like sequel was just the main characters like babysitting them, and it was not fun.
Do you know like what it's a parody of? Do you know like what it's parodying?
I actually don't.
Oh my God, West Side Story.
I've never seen West Side
Oh my
Story.
God, I've never seen it either, but I know that. Like the movie that they go into, is called Wet Side Story, and it's between a biker gang and a bunch of like not stoners.
I wonder if I'd like West Side Story then.
Romeo and Juliet.
It is.
Yes, it's like 3 different movies stealing the premise from each other. I can't believe you don't know. It stars Maya Mitchell and Ross
Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Shows how relevant he is to my daily thought. I think more of, why is this doing this? I think more of High School Musical when I think Disney Channel original movies, because I mean, legendary. Talk about legendary.
When I think Disney Channel like original, originals, I'm thinking like Fox and the Hound. I'm thinking
Really?
way, way back. That's where my brain went when you said original. But I know
Like
what you meant.
Airbud. Can we take
I
a
remember
second
Air
to
Bud.
acknowledge the fact? Can we take a second to acknowledge the fact? I was looking up the Air Bud movies on IMDb the other day. Always doing my IMDb dabbles, but it has like, I think none of them have higher than like a 3
Yeah.
or a 3.5 on
You're
IMDb.
kidding me.
And I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness. Like, as a kid, it was one thing, but like going back and looking at it now, they really took the time to fund that and make that and be like, yeah, this is
I remember liking those movies.
this
a
is
lot.
good. Yeah, me too. But what?
What of it? What do you mean?
A dog playing football?
What of it?
Animal abuse?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't real, most of it. And they've had like 13 Airbuds, like in terms of actual dog actors. What are those called? Do they call them dog actors?
I don't know.
I think so.
Because there's like child actors.
Yeah.
Oh no. Does that count as child labor, do you think?
No.
Dog labor?
No, I
Bud.
guess their parents would have to sign them up for that.
I
mean,
am.
child actors.
No. There's like, well, there's like a whole labor union for it. They have to have a certain amount of like schooling and stuff like that. Like I'm thinking about they have that series, High School Musical, the
Oh,
musical, the
5.3.
series. Not
I
even-
refuse to watch that.
It's not good. It was good and then it wasn't good. If you like Glee, you might like it, but
I never watched Glee. I think it's like a classic though. I don't know. A lot of people talk about
It's
it.
kind of hard to get through.
It is
Yeah.
painful to get
It's kind
through.
of hard to get through, but it's almost like a social. I don't know how to put it. Social challenge.
What was the Fox and the Hound about? Because I don't remember that.
Oh my gosh, it was so sad. It was like this hound and this wild fox. This wild fox, I think, was abandoned, and this old lady picked him up and started taking care of him. And she was like this cottagecore woman, you know, the ideal life for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Cutie.
Out in the woods.
Vibes.
And then, like, her neighbor is this older guy. He likes to go hunting. He has a hound dog. And the fox and the hound dog become friends, but then they're kind of put at odds because the hunter does not like this fox. So
Classic.
he wants to sick the hound on the fox, and it's a hunting dog, and he's just kind of done what he's told, you know what I mean? So they kind of come to a crossroads.
You know what I was thinking?
Looks just like one of my uncles, and that was jarring because I saw that movie for the first time last month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
First of all, I thought we were talking about Milo and Otis. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, isn't Milo? Isn't this like who's the music for? Oh my God, Billy Joel. I was like, where's the Billy Joel? Why are you mentioning Billy Joel? I'm like, oh wait,
Nah.
it's a different movie.
Milo and Otis wasn't that like a really sad one too?
I don't remember.
I don't really remember what that is.
There's a weird era of Disney original, not Disney Channel original movies, but Disney movies that were animated with talking animals, and I didn't pay attention to almost any of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was a Cartoon Network kid.
Gosh, what was that one show with the house? The on
Foster's
Cartoon-
Home for Imaginary
yeah.
Friends? Yeah! That's what I was going to talk about. Sorry, that was
Yeah.
loud. I love Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That's my favorite animated television show ever. Craig McCracken, the guy who created it, is also the creator. Or actually, maybe Lauren something, I forgot her last name, also worked on that show. But they are like animation legends. Powerpuff Girls, developed by the same person. I love that show. And the movie, the Thanksgiving movie, Good Will Hunting, where Wilt runs away, that was... Y'all read it, like... Sorry, I had a lot to say on that. I'm glad someone else remembered that.
I was about to say, I'm glad I was able to bring out that experience
I was
for
a
you.
little bit like too young for that show. I only remember a few episodes.
Fair,
I'm really
fair.
liking it though.
This is unrelated, but I just have to mention this now. Sometimes I hate having that age, like, distance thing at, like, my age. I was talking to someone, they're, like, a freshman, and I was talking about how Willow, she released a new album, and she has a song with Avril, and the person I'm talking to straight up goes, "Who's Avril?"
Wait, really?
I was like, "Avril Lavigne?" He goes, "I don't know who that is." And I was literally like, "What?"
Oh my god.
He was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy." Like,
I don't know who Avril Lavigne is anymore?
I literally was like, "Are you kidding me? You don't have to know her music, but you don't even." He's like,
Yeah.
"I've never heard of her."
See, I feel like it's the other way around. I feel like even if you don't know her name, you should at least
Like,
hear that song and be like, "Oh, I know that."
Oh,
I
I've
know.
heard of Avril.
Yeah.
Or like the conspiracy theory, even.
Yeah, I was about to say that
Conspiracy
too.
theory?
Yeah, that she is like replaced by a clone and dead.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that she's not
Conspiracy theories, you know how they be.
Y'all need new material. Now I'm lost. Sorry, that just reminded me of that. But I wanted to talk about Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends because that show was amazing. I remember every single this isn't movies now, but there were specials. There was one where the Halloween one where Matt can't have sugar because he goes insane. And
Wait, I remember that.
Yes, that show. And then it's just like, first
I
of
remember
all,
that kind of freaked me out as a kid.
I was a ridiculously hyper kid, so my mom was like, "Oh my God, it's you! You're represented on television." Thanks, Mom. That show was that was I always related to him on that, and also I related to him because I didn't have any friends, so imaginary friends.
Do you
were
have
mine.
imaginary friends?
Vibes.
I was so lonely as a child. I didn't believe in imaginary friends, and yet I was like, I need to make one so I cannot be lonely.
I was about to say, I feel like Peter was, even as a kid, way too in touch with reality.
In
You
touch
never-
with reality.
Like Peter was like a 30-year-old grown adult in like a kid's body.
That's so sad.
What am I now then? I feel like I'm regressing in terms of maturity.
I don't know.
What else? What else? Oh my God! Wait, Disney Channel original movies. I know you're talking about that, but Lemonade Mouth.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember Lemonade Mouth.
Yeah.
Did you really?
You didn't
not
watch
see that?
it?
Ben Cole, were you a 30-year-old at 12?
I don't know.
I remember
if
being really
it's one of those
young.
things.
Bridget Mendler from Good Luck Charlie is the star.
There we go.
She's singing in a band. Wes was played by Luther from Zeke and Luther, who's now in jail.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, wait, what?
Icon.
Let's go back. Let's circle back.
He
on
was
back to the jail
arrested
thing.
he was arrested for, I guess, basically racketeering or something. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Regardless, I do not know. I guess I have to go.
She's so gone.
Wow, 6.9 on IMDb. That's
It's-
like not even bad.
It's usually, as far as I'm aware, it's considered probably the best Disney
Yeah.
Channel original movie. Like,
Makes sense.
I've watched it before, as like a college student. I'm like, dude, this actually holds up. Like, the music's
Yeah.
not bad. The story is kind of cute.
Got a good message.
You
Like,
follow your dreams. Keep true to yourself.
Exactly.
I kinda wanna rewatch it now.
A real band
No,
Haley
no.
Kiyoko.
Haley Kiyoko's in it.
together at one point.
Oh,
though.
probably, but I don't know if that counts as a real band.
Yeah.
They called it a real band.
That's like,
Peter did one or something.
there's a term. There's someone I'm thinking of and I can't even think of. But I'm like, I was gonna say the Jonas Brothers, but the Jonas Brothers kind of were a real band even
'cause
back
they were
then.
Real brothers.
Big
That's
Time
not.
Rush.
That's a Big Time Rush.
But
That's
they
exactly it.
started out as real brothers and formed a band together, right?
I think they were a band before Disney ever
Well,
scooped
they were
them
just
up.
playing together.
Yeah.
Like they didn't really have a choice.
And they
Joke's
said,
on you.
they
The
said,
Jonas Brothers can't
Joe,
break
Nick,
up.
Kevin,
brothers.
Joe, Nick, Kevin, you guys can make music. Frankie, you can watch on the side.
Yeah, they.
Oh, no.
No, Big Time Rush. That's what I was thinking of. They're like
Oh,
Big
I
Time Rush.
missed
I
Big
don't think
Time
Big Time
Rush.
Rush was ever really a music group. I
No,
think
they were.
Yeah, they were.
They toured around and stuff, but it was like Lemonade Mouth. Like I think they just toured around because they got popular off a television show.
Yeah.
I thought
that
they
would make
made the
sense.
show because they were already kind of a successful band.
No.
doubt that.
It's all just.
Actually, no, you are. Well, okay, so I've met Carlos Penavega actually on a cruise because him and his wife, who is the girl from Spy Kids.
Alexa Vega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like are sponsored by Royal Caribbean to like test out the new ships. Anyways, I was like legit played an entire basketball tournament with Carlos, but he made a joke because he was really bad, and he threw up like some ugly looking shot, and he was like, "Sorry, I'm an actor, not an athlete," and I was like, "You're good." But yeah, he doesn't even recognize himself as a musician. Probably never did.
Wild.
You want to talk about people who do a lot of work for you want to talk about people who are doing a lot of work for like just in Hollywood. That man is in a lot of stuff and not many people realize it. But we are going to be right back. I want to take a short break and
Cliffhanger.
we'll be talking more about what we cherish from our childhood here on the Morning App.
The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
That's right. You're listening to The Morning App. Hi, it's Peter.
Hello, I'm Mary.
Ben.
And Emma.
Did y'all...
I'm just gonna start saying my name.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of how, it sounds like a very real... I've been listening to, like, actual morning radio. Not that we aren't actual morning radio, but I've been trying to, like, emulate that more, and they really... They don't even necessarily introduce themselves. I took me forever. I'm listening to Elvis Duran in the morning. I'm like, who are these people?
I was about to say, I was okay with you just saying my name for me. Less work.
Ben said, I don't like putting in effort, but we were talking about old, just like things that we watched as kids, I guess now, which is fine. I don't mind that mutating around. And we were talking about Big Time Rush, Joe Bros. Who else was like a musical group back in the day?
Wow.
What was there? The Naked Brothers band?
Oh my God!
The Naked. Oh my lord!
Didn't they have a song about like
unlocked a childhood
banana
memory.
smoothies or something?
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember it. Like, period. I'm like, wait, okay, so how do you know the Naked Brothers band, but you don't know?
Right?
The Naked Brothers
Don't
band
know.
was like, I was a little too young to be knowing who they were. Not like.
Right? Like my older brother put me onto the Naked Brothers
Right.
band.
How do you know? What on earth?
I don't know. My sister watched it.
Oh,
so
okay,
did
you have an
I.
older. Okay, that makes sense. I'm always like, yeah, I have two older siblings, so like 90s things, I almost
Yeah.
completely understand because they were, and we were on 90s reruns in like mid 2000s still. Naked Brothers band was like, wasn't
Remember
there?
Crazy Cars?
What?
The Crazy Cars song.
No.
No.
What's the
that
crazy?
was like. I don't want to sing it. I'm not
You
gonna
don't want to
do that
bell?
here.
You don't want to give me a demo?
Nope.
Who else?
Not that brave.
I remember. Did they have a movie? They probably.
Oh
did.
my goodness.
What?
I don't know, but the TV show is awful ratings.
Yeah, I do remember it not being good even as a child.
3.5. That's almost worse than Air Bud. What are you doing?
Almost. But there's the Airbud test is just like, is it better than
Is
Airbud?
it better than Airbud?
Yeah, Airbud. There needs to be a perfectly neutral movie as a litmus test to see if something is good or not.
National Treasure.
What?
Yeah.
That's a good
don't know.
movie.
You're telling.
Wait,
No.
which is the one where they? Which is the one where they? Yes, that one's good.
It is a good movie, but you're telling me that is not just a very like average movie that is entertaining, but nothing
Exactly.
like spectacular. You're not gonna be like, this is my favorite movie, but you're gonna be like, this is good.
That is
It's
fair,
good.
because I remember it being good, but I can only name one scene from that whole movie, and that's when they're going through, like, at the very end when they're going through the graves, or not the graves, the crypt. Is that movie, or is it the second one?
No, I think the second
no,
one
that's
is.
the first one, because that's the one where they have the hidden stuff on the back of the Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
I never saw the second one. I don't think I could.
I don't
sit
remember.
through it.
I remember nothing from the second one except they go into Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
That's it. Because
yes.
I watched it in class.
As they do.
And Nicolas Cage is just overwhelmingly mediocre.
Exactly.
They're
Painfully
making-
average.
Excuse me. They're making a National Treasure like series.
Oh no.
I think.
He's trying to save that career.
But it's not with him. I don't think it's with him.
Oh.
No,
never mind.
Nicolas Cage
Oh,
is.
then what's the point?
He's living on royalties at this moment. Is it royalties? Like, he's just getting the money of reruns of National Treasure now. I mean, good for him.
Fair.
When I think of old animated, and why did I say it like that? Animated films, though, what else do I think of? Because I had like a whole list, and then I got late because my car was having trouble, so I didn't bring it.
Did anybody see Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Oh my
Yes.
Can I say something about that show?
Sure.
Okay. As a child, I absolutely hated shows that kind of had like the same premise every episode, but like. Okay, so Courage the Cowardly Dog, like, weird stuff would happen all the time, right? And, like, no one acknowledged it.
Right.
And, like, it just kept, like, happening, and he'd have to, like, save the old lady and whatever. That infuriated me as a child. No idea why.
Plot holes.
I mean, yeah, that is
Yeah.
the joke. They're making I think it actually just came out. We were talking about Scooby-Doo a while ago. They're making it's the last project that the voice actress for Muriel did before she passed away. They're making like a crossover with Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo, which is called Straight Outta Nowhere. Did I watch it? No, I don't even know if it came out, but I keep seeing it on Twitter. So, and Kate Micucci's in it, and we already talked about how much I love Kate Micucci. I respect the heck out of that woman. But I couldn't watch it because I'm such a baby. I got so scared. I got scared of
Aw.
everything. My older brother was a really big fan though, so I definitely have like seen multiple episodes of it.
It was like meant to be scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
It
was
was,
the
like-
intention, was to freak you out.
I didn't feel ridiculous being disturbed.
No, yeah. I liked it. I liked being like uncomfortable by it. I thought the animation was so cool.
Because you're a
Yeah.
disturbed child.
Apparently.
I was about to say, who likes being uncomfortable?
I would put it
What?
on the same level as Flapjack from
Yeah,
Cartoon Network.
I agree.
No.
That show was horrifying at times.
Yeah, but okay, no, I would still put Courage. It was meant to be like it still had like a creepy premise, like everything that.
True.
Flapjack was like they would tell somewhat normal stories, but everything about it
It would be
would be
terrifying.
creepy. Yeah.
Mm.
Uh,
I
oy.
love both.
Who did that? C.H. Greenblatt, I think was no. Me with my animation flexing on my knowledge because all like Flapjack is a weird show where like name a person on the crew and they later went on to develop like a really popular
Are
show.
you asking who created Courage?
No, no,
Oh,
Flapjack.
Oh, I do not know.
He has
Full
a
name of the
he's a like
show.
foreign name. I don't remember his name, but like Pendleton Ward who would create Adventure Time worked
Yeah.
on that show. Oh my gosh, Alex Hirsch who did Gravity Falls worked
Oh,
on that show.
seriously?
There's a lot you want to talk about like shows with like a star-studded crew behind it. Flapjack, which is weird of all things. C.H. Greenblatt
can
who
see
did
that.
Chowder
Makes
and
sense.
later oh god, what is that show called? It got canceled after like one season, but he did a show on Nickelodeon. Harvey Beaks and Chowder. He also worked on that show. You want to talk, I think we've like covered every single niche topic I can ever think of. People who worked in animation, people who work in movies, and we just haven't talked about indie music yet, and that'll be one day.
We'll get
Completing
there.
the trio.
Yeah.
Kind of going back to Disney original movies, besides and like the same era of Lemonade Mouth, like the movie that I've probably rewatched the most was Holes.
What a
I love-
classic.
Who was in Holes?
Shia
Shia
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf?
And I'm blanking on Zero's name. I'm about to find it.
I can
Zero.
only ever think of that musical thing that Shia LaBeouf did.
Oh yeah.
He did a
Find
oh
you in
that.
the forest thing.
That is old.
Yeah, but that's all I think of whenever somebody says his name.
Oh yeah, Sigourney Weaver is in Holes, and John Voight.
Legend.
Yep, and Henry Winkler, that white guy. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Dule Hill is in it.
Oh my gosh, really?
I don't recognize it.
Yes.
Dule Hill is isn't he the guy who plays
He's like the
Gus
yeah
Psych.
in Psych, but he's like the the love interest in Holes.
I'd never watched Holes. I don't know what it's about. I know
Oh
they
my
dig holes.
goodness.
Really?
Girl.
It's so good.
That is like
my favorite.
honestly probably the best
Is it Lemonade Mouth? Then it's not the best.
It's better than Lemonade
No.
Mouth.
Oh,
Better than
It's just
Lemonade Mouth.
different
Not gonna die
too.
on that hill.
But yeah, it's like an actual movie.
Like,
Like
no.
he gets
Like to this day. it's
wrongfully committed of stealing shoes.
It's heavy.
some of the
yeah,
shoes that this
there's some-
celebrity
and he
donated
has to
North
dig
America.
holes as punishment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
think I
for like a
remember that.
corrupt woman that's just looking for
It's
money.
Played by
Tired of his
Is it played by
grandpa.
Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah,
Her as a villain? That's weird.
yeah,
She was
Sigourney?
cool.
I mean, I believe it. I just
and yeah, Shia LaBeouf.
not
Morning
Shia LaBeouf.
at, watch party?
Right.
That movie.
A watch party where I'm the only person who doesn't know what's going on.
Zero.
No, but we're like
We're
sharing.
like,
these
yeah, it's
Zero.
cherishing
It's a
it.
good experience.
You can make jokes for the first time.
Living in the
That is true.
nostalgia.
You guys, if you don't mind people talking during movies, I'm very good at doing that.
That's all I do.
I feel so bad because I talk a lot during movies, especially when I'm showing them to other people.
Me too.
The guy I'm seeing, he was like, oh, because there's like a show, I've talked about it before, High Fidelity, and I was my favorite television show. And I was like, I don't know if you want me seeing it, because I'm just going to talk over like everything that happens and be like, this is important, this is important. Anyways, we're going to be right back. We're going to take a short break, and we'll continue the second half of the morning app.
The Morning App on 90.5 WASU. 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
The morning app is back. I'm gonna steal y'all's thunder with me, Peter, Mary, Ben, and Emma. That's right, I did first.
Yep.
Steal my thunder. Yes, please.
No effort.
He was
on our
like, Ben
part.
said, I'm not putting in any effort. I'm like, fine.
That's not you said that.
No,
I
no,
just
no,
said
he's
I don't
right,
want to
Ben.
say my name.
Because you didn't want to put in the effort. You're like my parents. They just don't want to. Well, my mother does work. My dad doesn't want to do any of the work.
You better be careful before they hear that.
My mom listens, and I
Would she
think
agree?
I'm just gonna cook you up.
this is an ellipses.
Italian New Yorker style.
My mom. I was gonna put her on blast. My mom don't cook. No. Everyone always finds it funny. I'm like, yeah, my dad drove the. He's like kind of older too, so I'm not gonna like actually. But it's just funny out of context. So I'm like, yeah. When I moved in, my dad drove the car, but he just like watched us move the stuff in. My ex-boyfriend was there, so like, and he was at my ex at the time. He was so nice. He was like, I'll help you move in. He helped me build my
Aw.
bed. That's always a funny story to tell, though. Just people like, and I think my parents knew that we had dated. I knew my mom knew because my mom's not dumb. I don't know what my dad thought at the time. I later told him like, oh yeah, I don't talk to Zach anymore. I should have said his name. I don't talk to him anymore. We dated and then it just got weird because it was like we're not dating anymore and he has someone else. Whatever. Talk about things that I
Also, my brother's name is Zach. Hope you weren't dating my brother.
with a C, or with like only a C or a CK, like CK, CH.
CK.
Okay, no.
Oh, you're narrowing it down even further.
Oh yeah, y'all.
Shouldn't have said it,
Someone's
but
gonna find them.
Whatever, whatever. I'm not like putting him on blast. I'm not telling embarrassing stories yet. There was oh man, I had a train of thought. I was talking about
I'm sorry.
people in that I had like weird crushes on. I didn't understand why because I was really young when I was a child watching animated shows.
Oh my gosh, same.
First of all, I found out this is like a thing for people that are a little older than us, like millennials and stuff. Like, apparently a lot of people were attracted to Scar from The Lion King, specifically men of my orientation, but still, Scar from The Lion King?
problematic.
Well, weird.
I'm not gonna lie, I get it.
Okay, villain characters
But-
characters get it.
I'm logging
Yeah,
out.
it's the villainy of it.
The villainy of
It's
it?
the vibe.
Wow. Now ew. I'm sorry. He's an animal.
I was not
I
attracted
think
to
a
Scar.
better one
Don't
is
say that.
like, have you seen Ice Age?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
The
The snow leopard? Is that? No, wait,
Wait,
that's.
the saber-
Oh, the saber tooth? Yeah, Diego. Diego.
Can I
his
say, okay,
voice.
I watched that movie last year with my friends, and as soon as
Is that Will
he
Arnett?
came on screen, one of my friends said, "And the sex appeal arrived."
Ew.
Oh,
Y'all are
my
weird.
goodness.
Wait, is that Will Arnett though? Is that the only reason I like him?
No.
No, it's
the
Will
saber
Arnett.
tooth?
Swear to God,
Yeah,
the way they
No, it's
designed
not.
his
It's like
character.
it's the dude that did the Green Goblin
Really?
in the old Spider-Man. Yeah, not
Not no.
James
not,
Franco.
Yeah, not that one.
But you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
I'm just gonna look it up.
Wait,
I did like
wait.
Diego's
Is it
voice.
Will Arnett the guy who voices BoJack Horseman?
Yeah, that's a.
Where did you think that?
No, I thought he was in it though.
Dennis Leary.
I
this
think
guy.
he voices Manny, the.
No, that's
Yes.
No.
Who voices Manny? Now.
Manny is Ray Romano.
Oh,
Yeah.
oops.
Ray Romano.
I love Ray Romano.
Yeah.
He's in so many other things. Jeez. Have you seen The Irishman?
No, I have not actually yet, but I've been meaning to. That was like really good, right?
Good. Yeah. it's
Yeah,
good.
with that had a bunch of other people in it too.
Robert De Niro.
Mhm.
Joe Pesci,
Mhm.
I think. Possibly.
Yeah.
Pesci.
I love some mob movies.
Yeah.
Like
Goodfellas?
Goodfellas. Oh, it's like
Oh my
Goodfellas.
gosh.
Goodfellas is a very good movie to watch. I don't know how to describe it past like passively. Like that's a very good movie to have on in the background, in my opinion.
It's awesome. It's also just so like long that you can tune in and out.
Mhm.
Exactly. That's what I said. Like that's why it's good because you can be like, oh, we were trying to watch. I was hanging out with this one guy, and we were trying to watch some movie, and we just got to talking, and it was with Rebel Wilson and Anne Hathaway, and I think they were like schemers
I
and
love that
scammers.
movie.
And I literally was like, I have no idea. We would get distracted for like 20 minutes talking about something, and they'd be like, what is We literally was like, wait, this is the end of the movie. We didn't even
Yeah.
realize it was so.
That movie is so fast paced too.
Okay, then I'm not that dumb because I was like, what is going on?
Like so much happens.
But childhood why am I not I'm blanking.
Childhood crushes.
On animated characters in general. I did find it weird for the most part if they're not human.
When we were talking about Foster Son for Imaginary Friends, I was gonna bring up that I didn't realize I had a crush on Frankie.
Ooh, Frankie's fine.
She's cool.
She's voiced by she's voiced by Lauren Foster, who or I think her last name's Foster, which is coincidental. Lauren Faust, just Faust, who later developed. I think she's voiced by Lauren Foster. She has some connection to her because regardless, I knew she worked on that show, and then she would create the My Little Pony animated series.
I loved that series growing up.
You want a bevy of animated knowledge, come to me, even though I don't really pay attention to modern. But I do know that Carlos Panavega is coming full circle. He voices a character on a Nickelodeon show called, there's a bunch of children in it, The Loud House. Bang.
Oh,
yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm frustrated. I know there's been characters that because I remember we were in the 6th grade. We had a weird running joke about watching the show made for children called the Wildcrats, the Krat Brothers, and they were animated,
That
and
show was so good.
And this was, I think, it wasn't the first person I was ever attracted to as a child, but I remember being why do I prefer one of these brothers over the other? I was why is there a
there's a preference there.
There's a preference, and why is it oh no, that's I distinctly remember being in a class that I was supposed to be paying attention to, but instead we were talking about that show, and I was first of all, it was definitely why are we talking about this as because it was I think it was one of the few shows we could find because we had Chromebooks, but it was all super firewalls and you couldn't watch stuff, but we found a way I think to watch that show, and I think that show only, so I think that was why we were in the fan club for Wildcrats, but that's the one I was thinking of. I was I remember what they looked like, I just couldn't remember the show.
PBS Kids had a chokehold on my childhood.
Did you watch, you were too young, did you watch Cyber Chase?
Yes, no, I grew up with Cyber Chase. What do you mean too young?
I'm sorry. I've been who is this with you?
No, that's fair.
Cyber Chase, my older sister who is she's 8 years older than me, so she's 28, 29-ish. She watched that show. That's how long it's been.
Wow.
I think she was a little old to be watching it.
Yeah, that went on a lot longer than I thought.
Rugrats was her thing.
Rugrats, I did not watch.
Yeah.
I had a
Rugrats is
VHS of it,
awesome.
but I never watched the show.
Yeah, okay, that's the litmus.
Yeah,
for,
there's the line.
threshold. Arthur was another one.
I love Arthur. I remember when they changed the animation style and added that new character when I was in 6th or 7th grade.
Who's Arthur? Or who's the new character? I mean.
I don't know. I think she was a bunny. She had red hair, and I remember.
Prunella?
I don't remember her name. I don't remember. Let me describe. The first episode that she was in, she had just moved there, and she told everyone stories about herself and her life and stuff. And eventually she started retelling her stories. And basically the premise of that episode was she started making up stuff to seem interesting and fun and cool to her new friends.
Not cool.
Yeah. And then they started picking up on it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No?
I'm trying to search up Bunny from Arthur.
I don't know if she was.
Also, can we just address, it always irked me that their ears are on the top of their head.
Yeah.
But Arthur's glasses just be on the side of his head. I'm wow, we couldn't address this.
Because I was she's been up forever.
I love her though.
That was that vaguely reminds me of when they had celebrity guests on there.
They had Neil Gaiman on Arthur.
And they animated them, but they look too realistic. The one that's always good is I think Matt Damon is what I'm thinking of.
So funny.
Matt Damon as a
those episodes are a treasure.
I don't. That show is always so weird because I'm well, it's ending now. Finally, it's being.
Oh.
Well, it's been 25 years.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen the old?
Kind of time.
Have you ever seen the old Arthur style? How Arthur used to look like?
Yeah.
With the long face.
With the long face.
I don't like it.
Well, I'll show you. Because Arthur was originally a book series.
I remember the book.
I don't remember any of the books, but I do remember what he looks like because he does not look. Arthur's all friendly and stuff in like the in there. But then if you look at the old Arthur ones, hold on, I gotta go find these because it's not this one here. Arthur has like.
You say Arthur was friendly, but like the.
Oh my God, like
No,
this?
I was just thinking about
That's
that.
him. That's the
Oh,
old
wow.
Arthur.
Oh, okay, I don't
and
know
then
that one. I
there's
know,
like this
after
one.
That Arthur seems friendlier.
That one I remember.
It
This
is
is the
like an
one.
aardvark.
No. What? You're talking about old Arthur looks friendlier?
I don't.
I don't know.
Look at him with that elephant nose.
Yeah, it kind of looks like he would just be like
Noses.
very genuine.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
There you go.
I'm gonna take one last short break. I think Ben's gonna go leave to do some research on aardvarks.
Yep, it's been real, morning app.
I don't know why I thought that.
What? But
I
what?
thought he was an anteater. I don't know.
I don't know. Long nose. I kind of see it.
Yeah.
But Arthur. Anyways, we'll be right back to wrap up the show. Me, Emma, and Mary. Ben, I hope you have a good day.
Thank you. Keep finding out the more important things for me.
The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. That's correct. You are listening to the morning app with, I'm not going to steal y'all's names today, but I'm Peter.
I'm Mary.
And I'm Emma.
We are wrapping up discussions about old childhood like movies and TV that we watch. And one that we hardly touched on besides, I guess, Naked Brothers Band and Big Time Rush is Nickelodeon. Like, we didn't touch at all on Nickelodeon.
I wasn't a big Nick kid.
What?
I didn't have that like as a channel.
What? You had the Disney Channel though, right?
No, I would really only like watch Disney at friends' houses and stuff.
Huh.
What did
So
you
we
watch?
we had Boomerang and Cartoon Network.
Boomerang.
Okay.
But
yes.
that's all.
So wow, that's a really I've heard of people who only could get the Disney Channel or only could get Nick. I've never heard of
Yeah,
anyone who
I
only
had
could get
both, but I could
cartoon.
only get cable over the summers.
Oh, my parents had money, so so we had DirecTV. So you're always I had like
Nice.
I don't know, like the worldwide day. Well, do you know that the worldwide day of play? You know what that is?
No idea what that is.
Neither one of you do. Oh my god. So like every March or so, Nickelodeon would go like one day in March. Nickelodeon would basically go like black, like nothing would show up, and it'd be like it's the worldwide day of play. Everyone go get active. But like the running joke is like everyone would just like change the channel. They would just
Go to Disney.
Go to Disney.
Right.
Disney's running. Like that's exactly what would happen. Man, no, I don't want to talk about Nick if you didn't. I didn't know that.
Sorry.
Having a restricted childhood.
I know.
Yeah.
Apparently, my mom got like since I have 4 kids. I have 4 kids. Since my parents have 4 kids. My parents were like super strict on like my sister and my older brother. But like by the time they got to me, and especially my younger brother, but we're pretty much the same age, like they did not care so much about like what exactly we were watching. Like my older brother was not allowed to watch like SpongeBob
Oh wow.
for like a while.
Yeah, I think that's half of it was SpongeBob. I don't think they like
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
You don't? Do you even know? Oh, everyone had a. Do you want to talk about crushes? I didn't really have a crush on him. Danny Phantom. Everyone had a
I thought
crush
you
on
were gonna say
him.
you had a crush on SpongeBob. My heart.
Girl, no.
Okay, Danny Phantom. Yes, me too.
Danny Phantom is, you can't even refute that.
I can pass.
What?
I don't know. He was annoying. I didn't think he was like the worst. I love that show.
Teenager, of course.
I love that show, but he was annoying. I preferred Sam. I thought she was so cool.
She was. I love her.
I don't remember their personalities. Like,
Sam was the goth,
well, yeah, but
and Tucker was the nerd.
I had a crush on one of the ghosts. Ember. The, like, rock star
Amber,
one. Yes.
you will remember.
I love that. That episode was so good.
That was a good song. There's a whole. I'm not getting into it because it's super sad, but if y'all want to talk about Twisted, if you want to learn about something Twisted, search up just Ember Ember Danny Phantom controversy, because stuff happened afterwards that's so sad. But it's like one of those things that's forever ruined, because it's not to do with the production, like nothing with the show, it's nothing like that, but it's just weird the things that happen. When I was watching Danny Phantom, because apparently here's a thing, there was a thing in like 2009, like a few of the like late 2000 years, the token black nerd was like a thing. So
Yeah.
Tucker from Danny Phantom, those are the 2 ones I could think of. Tucker and Cookie from Nessie Classified School Survival Guide.
Yeah.
Great show.
Kim Possible. You've got
Wade.
Yep.
True.
There's a picture of like a screen grab. That was a little earlier. That was like 2004. But there was like a screen grab of Wade saying like, "Just you wait. In 20 years, everyone's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
saw
working from
that.
home." And then Kim's like, "I doubt that'll happen, Wade. Look who's laughing now, Kim."
Oh my.
You called it.
Kim Possible was the most watched animated television show, the most popular animated television show on Disney Channel, and then
That makes sense.
Phineas and
As it
Ferb's
should be.
numbers exceeded
Yeah.
that.
They had a pretty stacked cast, didn't they? Like John DiMaggio and
Christy Carlson Romano,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's her name. She voiced Kimberly.
right.
I love
She
that
was
show.
somebody pretty crazy too.
Who?
I thought.
What? Something happened to her?
No, so she's in something else.
Oh, Christy Carlson Romano. Yeah. She has like kind of. She was in Even Stevens, I believe. I believe that was her. Even Stevens is like old. Even Stevens is old for me. So like the people who are listening,
Yeah,
they
I
might
know
know who it
who that
is. Not to call you out, but they might know. Even Stevens. Those are like some of the first Disney like television shows. It was before That's So Raven. Like Even
okay,
Stevens,
yeah.
Phil of the Future. There's one more that I didn't really watch them, so I don't really know. But those are like some of the oldest ones that I know were around. Lizzie McGuire, and I think Sabrina the Teenage Witch was also a Disney show.
I loved watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Then it probably was.
I used to get up so early on Saturday mornings to watch that.
With Salem the Cat, but it was. Wait, no, that wasn't Disney.
Yeah, no, I watched like a live action.
Well, no, yeah.
Yeah.
But I get them confused. I get Lizzie McGuire and Sabrina the Teenage Witch confused
Yeah.
all the time.
Have you seen the new Sabrina?
I'm not watching that.
I don't want to watch it.
No, yeah. I was
That
just
looks,
wondering.
Though everything comes full circle. Ross Lynch is in it, though, isn't it?
Really?
Everyone says he's like so hot in it. When Ross Lynch started, because he's already, I think, a natural blonde, I think. But when he started like bleaching his hair, like
Dyeing it?
fully,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this is gross.
Mm-hmm. He wants that hair to melt off his head.
Yes.
Speaking of Ross Lynch, Austin and Ally,
I was literally gonna mention that.
thoughts?
Not good.
No,
I liked it.
I was not a fan.
I was
I
not a
won't
fan.
say that it was like an amazing show, but I enjoyed it.
It was a good watch. Like,
It was a
just
good
on
watch.
Throw on.
People, I appreciated sort of. It's like follow your dreams message. I'm the shy
It's so
girl.
dramatic.
Yeah, that was to say. Like, didn't it like turn into like
There's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
Allie likes Austin and Austin likes Allie, but neither one of them are gonna tell each
There's
other the
too
truth.
much-
Yeah.
that was so frustrating to me. I was like, just, you know.
Why don't you just date and like portray a healthy relationship and stay with it?
Because that creates so much wishy-washy for people.
Yeah, there's no story. We need to fluff it out for 30 episodes. What you mean? I don't remember. I don't remember much about that show past that. I know oh gosh, what's her actress name? Laura Morano.
Laura Morano.
She was in a Disney Channel original movie with Lee Allen Baker, who was the mom on Good Luck Charlie. Dude, I'm busting out the names today. And she was also in, oh my gosh, she was not a lead role, but she was in another movie that I really liked watching. Oh my gosh.
I remember that fact, but I don't know what movie.
I'm searching it up now. Did anyone watch that movie with, I watched someone react to that movie with Lee Allen Baker. It was called Bad Hair Day.
Bad Hair Day, and I don't remember. What is it about?
I don't know. She was like getting ready to the prom and everything that
Oh.
could go wrong.
I did also watch like a reaction to that. Did not like it.
Well, this is not the movie I was thinking of, but she was in the Netflix original movie, The Perfect Day. I heard that movie was terrible.
Oof.
She was in Lady Bird.
Oh.
Ah.
Right, she was in Lady Bird. Great movie.
Wild.
I really should play like 6 Degrees of everything. I want to be. Isn't it like a game show or something?
We should make a game show just for you.
No, because I'd
The
win.
rest of us, we'll just
Yeah, y'all 3 versus
We'll
1 like
ask you
Mario
random
Party. Like,
questions.
yeah, do it. I'd probably be. I wouldn't be that bad, but you'd have to like. It would have to be like if you give me the actor like Ray Romano. I don't know who. I know who. Like if I saw his face, I'm sure I'd be like, I know who that is.
Actor and example or something.
I would need. It would need to be like.
Actor and what they appear in.
Yeah. Name three movies that this person was in, and they can be. They're animated especially because even though I don't like celebrity voice actors, they still use them all the time. So.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj was in Ice Age, one of them. Par example, she was also in Steven Universe.
Yeah, I
think
liked
we
that
talked about that this
episode.
year.
Sugalite.
Sugalite.
Mm.
I always. Oh, and then oh my God! Wait, we're close to wrapping, but I do want to talk about this. Did you guys watch? You might not have, because it was a little old even for me. Proud Family.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I have to like defend myself now.
I don't remember. No, I literally do not remember.
I don't remember it super vividly, but
Wait,
I remember watching it. I
old
remember
are
liking
you?
it. Me?
Mind me asking.
I'm 19.
Mary's like
I was
19.
born in 2002.
I'm almost well, I'm always used to having things that are like slightly older. Because I was exposed to things that I was like too young for, honestly, but because I had 2 older siblings, I think everything I grew up with I was too young for, so that's why I always think.
I used to watch The Simpsons when I was like 7.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, my dad did not.
No,
We were
but
watching it late at night. He was not there.
Proud Family, they're rebooting it, and it's with the original creator, so I'm like cool with it. They like announced like a whole like cast list of people who like are guest voicing. It's pretty big for like already just one season. Lil Nas X is in it for a character. Jane Lynch is in it for a character, but Jane Lynch is in everything.
Really?
Yeah. Jane Lynch is literally in everything, so that's not surprising to me. Normani's in it. Lizzo, either Lizzo or Megan Thee Stallion. It's real rude that I get them confused. I know, but one of them, I believe, is also voice acting in it. It's like a very chunky list. Just that was the one I when I saw Lil Nas, I was like, this is either gonna be terrible or really good, because
Yeah.
I don't think he has a very dynamic voice.
Right.
His new album came out today, but Proud Family. That was one. Sorry, Mom. That was. I mean, not like it was weird, but that was the show I would watch like when my parents weren't around. I don't know. I just always I was always like, this show's definitely like I look different from these characters, so like I felt weird. I already was judging myself on everything. I felt like I wasn't supposed to be watching it because I didn't look like those characters. I know it's really dumb, but I was raised in very white New Jersey, so like I just was like, I don't.
That's fair. That's understandable.
And it's so good. That show is so
That
good.
show is so good. Oh my gosh, I want to rewatch it.
There's a fun fact. It's one of the first shows with, it wasn't explicitly, but one of the first shows with an animated homosexual character. There's an episode called, I forgot, The Sissy Monster or something, and they use sissy in substitution as another word. And his name, okay, the character's name is Michael, but I believe in the reboot they're now, Michael goes by a different name. I think Michael has transitioned. I don't remember, so I feel really rude for like being like that. But in that episode, like I rewatched it and I was like, dang, this is like, there's a whole interview about it after it happened, like years and years later, because like it was 2004, so they couldn't explicitly talk about that sort of thing. I'm just pulling out facts out of my hat.
Your magic hat. I have Disney Plus. I need to like actually go on it and like
watch The Proud Family.
Yeah, I need to rewatch all those shows and like movies.
Yes.
I'm just gonna watch Holes over and over again. That's what's gonna happen.
Invite me. I'll come watch
yes.
with you.
Aaron, you have to watch it
The
with
morning app watch party.
There you go.
It better be good.
I'll
'Cause
make
so
popcorn.
good.
It'll be a good time.
it better be good, because honestly, you
When
know.
I die, they better bury me with a DVD copy of Holes.
This has been. Wait, do we have any closing remarks besides your?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep right now.
All right. Well,
That's
this
my
has
remark.
been the morning app. I'm Peter.
And there.
Yay.
I'm Peter.
I'm Mary.
And I'm Emma.
Woo. This has been the morning app.
Goodbye.
These crazy college kids.